Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Dad Games Badly. We're back here today with some more NHL 23 and our Portland Wolves 2 Ways to Win Draft to Glory series. We are in the 28-29, goodness, 38-39 season with the Wolves. We have won one cup and have made the playoffs 3 times. Um, yeah. This team has taken some changes this year. Some people are gone. Danny Bradley is still here. However, I think. Yeah, Danny shoots right. So I'm going to do this, actually. So, Severson, Appel, Chung, Nesterov, Jennings, Bradley, Hope, Harikala, McGinn, Haskins, Soderstrom, and Sergayev. The only one that is not ours is Harikala. Um, but what can you do? I don't even think yet. We'll leave Marty on the wing there, so that's fine. I just want to double check the best person for face-offs is on every line. I mean, Appel is a 96. Absolutely legit. So, the Italian's gone. He didn't want to sign for us. Even for a cheap deal, he didn't want to sign for us, and I didn't want to sign him in free agency for a 30-year-old for $2 million. It didn't make sense. Yeah. And defensively, Harding, Ash, Chucko, Curry, Stanton, and McCann is gone. Sven Huselius has made the jump finally, the low 4. We're going to give him a shot here. And in goal, I don't think you'll be surprised, Chimera and Clapperton are here. We let Seranaimo go. It just didn't make sense. Clapperton is 22, and he's already a backup goalie, so we're going to give him the shot there. In the AHL, obviously, Dag and Pierre Robichaud, if you'd like to call him, a former 5th-round pick. He's not great, but we didn't have anybody else, and I didn't want to pay the money. Even strength. Marita, Snyder's ours. Koistitsin, I believe, is ours. Ludwinski isn't. Semnov, Arvinin, Cook, Flynn, McCormick, Winterton's not ours. Finley as well. So, got an elite level player running on the bottom. I kind of want to move him up, but he's so You know what? Sorry, Marita. I really don't care about you, so. And then Winterton gets the chance down here. Aston Astovich. Obviously, I signed him, I believe. Yeah, I did for a 1-year deal. And then I didn't show you defense down there. McCann is down here. With Brandon Joseph, who's 22, medium 4. Like to see some growth out of him this year. Rakos, low 4. Bykov, medium elite. Jacobs, medium 6. And Silvergard. So, all in all, not terrible, but definitely this team is lacking. Top 2 lines, though, are going to keep us ahead. So the only thing I did is I forgot about coaches. So we got Poirier back as an assistant coach, which is hilarious. We got Dee Reisner and Blake Wheeler, former Winnipeg Jets captain, who's actually not too bad at 52 years old. He's pretty solid. Definitely an offensive style forward coach. We'll just give him a shot. I'm not going to fire somebody to move him around at this stage. It's just not worth it. So, goaltending's not where I would want it to, or coaching is not where I want it to be. But there's not much that we can do about it. Have I not even got to the regular season? Wow. I was doing the off season while I was working the other day. And I was just not paying attention. And that's what happened. So I won't be doing that again, as it obviously causes problems. But we'll get all the way here to a game against Carolina. And we will go ahead and take a look at these overalls this year. We were 87, 89, 84 last year. This year, 86, 87, 85. So goaltending's gone up, defense has gone down, as well as offense. So pretty, I mean, it's solid. Still a bubble team. And unfortunately, we're not getting past that, and I don't know what else to do. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this season. No real storylines going into it outside of us just wanting to make the playoffs, either make the playoffs or not be in the top 15, be in like the top 10 and below, because we're just missing out on so many players. Starting the month off with 3 wins in a row before losing to Philly, and then getting shut out by Tampa. You know, win 3, lose 4. You know, win 1. So 4-4 after the first month. 5-4-1. Yeah. Oh, it's going to be one of those seasons again, I think. I don't know what the problem is. Like, our defense is so good. Like, our defense is legit. It could be a little bit better. But I also think they're underrating us. I don't think the ratings are where they should be. Especially for a 2A team like this. A lot of our guys are solid defensive players. And we are at basically 500, but we are the worst team in our division at this stage of the game. I thought moving Danny Bradley down would be all right because he has been kind of going down over the couple of years. He's obviously still an elite level player and should be playing on that line, but I figure if he was playing with Nestorov, then it would give Nestorov somebody to, you know, knock the puck to who's actually going to score a ton. And they would work out together. So exactly 500 with 36 games played. How does that look for us? 36 points. Yeah, we are not doing so well. Manny Severson with 28. So he's making the most of his time on the first line. I mean, Danny Bradley has 25. Still 94. He's now marked as an elite level player. He's going to start declining very, very shortly. Ray Jennings has 20. Nestorov has 22. 15 for Marty. 15 for Marty Hope, and a +4 is pretty. I like that. For the 21-year-old Villy, don't really care about you. 14 from McGinn. I mean, outside of Soderstrom, I'm not pretty happy with that last line. All right. Okay, we're going to do this. Just give it that. How are we doing defensively? I mean, Sven Uzelius is doing sweet, so we're going to move... Nope, I can do that. We're going to move Curry down to play with Uzelius. And goalie-wise... that's where we're having some issues. How are we doing down here? Honestly, I'm keeping Dag. I'm keeping all the guys that helped us get there, our core guys, as long as I can. Whatever it takes. Because we can't trade them, and they're not worth anything to us, so we obviously want to keep them, because we don't have people to replace them. But if we don't replace them, then we're going to drop further, and then we'll have more of a chance of getting another cup later on. So I'm really considering doing that next offseason. Is just... I can't let Danny Bradley is going to retire a Husky. I'm sorry. It's just the way it is. You can't let your franchise player walk to go somewhere else. That just makes me sad in my heart. Finley, not doing great up there, bud. All right, Marita. You're going to get a shot back up there. Defensively, McCann has been legit. Bykov's actually having a really good year, 16 points for the 22-year-old. Yeah, they're doing all right. And I think that's all we're going to do. We're going to see what happens. Oh, let's go to March. Go to the deadline, take a look at how things are going. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I'm like, do I start letting guys go and just having a crap team again and getting higher up picks and then having the chance of getting more elite level players that we could plug into the lineup sooner than the 60s and 65s that we've been getting? Or do we push along with our core guys because we've got years left on their contracts and do what we can? So I'm not quite sure. We're going to see what happens to Danny Bradley. That's really the catalyst, I think, is Danny Bradley retiring and or us not being able to afford him. I don't think us being able to afford him is going to be the problem. Like, he's not super expensive, and he's not going to be now that he's going down. And I can manipulate the market a little bit, right? Like, I just give him a 1-year deal for really expensive until he's shit the next year. These are the things you gotta think about as a GM. And is now, with, 9 seasons left, the time to do this? Or do we do it in 4 seasons and those guys aren't leveled up enough? I don't know. That's just where I'm at. I mean, we might not have to if this is the way the team is turning around. Like, I just don't understand defensively what's going on. So Danny Bradley has 36. Sorry, Danny Bradley has 46 points. 48. 32. Chung's moving down. He's 32 points out of everybody up there. And Severson has 53. I mean, Jennings has 43. Nesterov has 44. And Chung has 42. So, yeah, definitely that's what's happening. McGinn. I mean, Marty Hope's having a great season on that third line. Actually, I'm really liking what that third line is doing. This third line has been our best line. And they have picked it up, the 74s. Goaltending-wise, not looking good. Chimera was not the answer, I'm sorry. Defensively, I mean, Checo's got to go down. Has Stanton been good? Alright, we're going to try that. We're going to give Brett Curry a chance up with Esh and see what happens. Harding and Huselius in the second, Stanton and Checo. I mean, Checo's just having a rough season. Minus 23 is not good for the 24-year-old. He hasn't always been the greatest. He's definitely more of an offensive defenseman, I feel, in the two-way category. We're currently bottom 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 2, 4, 5. Yeah. Well, bottom 6, basically, then. Yeah. Not much else I think I'm going to be able to do with this team in this season. I think we're going to leave it at that. We're going to see what happens. You know, maybe we go on some ridiculous winning streak and just squeak into it. Well, we're not going to squeak into a playoff spot. Honestly, I don't want to go on a huge win streak. Let's just stay where we're at. You know, bottom 5, 6, 7. You know, gives a real shot at getting a spot in the top 3. Doubtful, but it's possible. Pity points too. Come on, just want to lose outright. Come on, boys. Love to see it. 35, 41, and 6. Good for a whole 76 points. It leaves 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, top 5. So, just absolute garbage from this team this year. I am very disappointed. Who is making the playoffs this year? Looks to be LA, Vancouver, Montreal, Nashville, St. Louis, Tampa. Seattle misses out. San Jose. Oh, damn it. Why do I always look in here when there's games remaining? Okay, let's go look at our players' points, because Severson, Nestorov, Jennings, Bradley, Chung, Appel. I mean, not a single one of them hit 60. Pitiful. Second line, though. Second line, we're doing all right. First line, not good. Third line with almost 40 points, I'm really happy with. Anything over 30 is pretty solid. And Hope with the 0. I don't think the rookie... You a rookie this year? Or did you play for... No, you played last year, didn't you? Yeah, 11 points. I mean, 3% increase in shooting percentage. And 26 more points. Better defensively. More PIMs. That's okay. 1 game winning goal. Nothing on the power play. I mean, in 11 minutes of ice time, 38 is pretty... 37 is pretty good. Soderstrom, Haskins, and Sergayev. I mean, Soderstrom hit where we wanted him to. Definitely somebody we're looking to see grow. Next year, 70. He's 25. He's not going to grow anymore. But it is what it is. And then even look at defense. I mean, Esch was fine. Harding was all right. Huselius was great. The 24-year-old. I mean, points-wise, they're doing all right. Defensively, Chaco. I mean, didn't I just sign him to a new deal, too? 1 year, $5 million. Yeah, Jaden, I don't know what's going to happen with you, bud. And I'm not even going to look at goaltending. It was just terrible. Sub 900, plus 3 goals against average. Just absolute terribleness. Apparently I went 1 day too far, but it doesn't matter to see the playoffs. Or who made it anyway. So LA, Vancouver, Montreal, Nashville, St. Louis, Calgary, Arizona, Tampa, Seattle makes it, San Jose, Pittsburgh, New York, Chicago doesn't, Anaheim doesn't, Islanders do, Edmonton doesn't, Sens do, Vegas doesn't, Detroit does, and Columbus does as well. Well, the 21st team in the league makes the playoffs. I don't think there's a problem with that at all. Yep. So Philly, Toronto, Minnesota, and Boston were all worse than us. I mean, not by much, honestly. I mean, we could have honestly been in the top 3. So, it'd be interesting to see what this draft looks like ahead of time, where we're going to be picking. So, we do have AHL playoffs to look ahead to. Looks like Laval is up. Let's go ahead and lose the first game. Game number 2. Going to lose that one. We're going to get swept, aren't we? Went 9-1 into the end of the season, 51. But we matched up with the 55-win Laval Rockets. And they do get swept. Brendan Joseph with 4 points. Absolutely terrible. Let's go ahead and sim to the draft. We got nothing else to look forward to. Wow, that was just pitiful. I don't know if you've been paying attention, but massive, massive trade. It looks like Vladimir Tarasenko is getting traded from St. Louis to New York Rangers. First-round pick involved, a couple other players, prospects, and another pick, I believe, and then another player going from St. Louis. So Seattle ends up winning, and Charlotte winning the Calder Cup. Congratulations to both teams. Salary cap went up about a couple mil or $1.5 million, something like that. And we jump from 5 to 1, folks. We did it. We did it. This is the start of our rebuilding process. First things first, retired players. Austin Matthews finally retires. 1,007 goals. The 41-year-old just shot. If he had another season, it would hit 2,000 points. Absolutely ridiculous. Suzuki, Stutzla, Eklund, Genther, Lundell, Lafreniere, Cousins, Dobson, Farabee. Some interesting names going there. Goaltending-wise, Kassa, Kochetkov, Salomon, Hofer, Kudobin, Blomqvist, Ratzlaff, Leonanen. Some interesting names. Defensively, as you can see there. Owen Power. Owen, you're only like 36, buddy. Interesting. Minty, Wallinder, Evanson, Braden Schneider, and Fehravarhi. Good old Marty there. Let's just go double check any of our teammates. Retiring. Goalies. All skaters. Beautiful. Danny Bradley did not retire, folks. Does not look like any of our coaches retired, which is beautiful. And we do want to go look at the draft interviews this time. So Petri, Lumala. Let's go take a look here. He's 5'10", NHL ready, Patrick Kane comparison. I'm not going to waste that. We already know that Stanley Ferguson is pretty solid. Right side, Victor Hedman compared. 2A, so he's somebody we're going to look at. An elite level goalie in the top 10. 18 years old, a year out. Interesting. Josh Nesbitt, 3 years out, not worth it compared to what we'd be getting in him. And what are we looking at? Quick pick confirmed. Yoink, send it. Possibly Wheels and Third Eye. Puistola. Sponge confirmed. Interesting. Honestly, it's between these two. I'm not going to go and waste my time on anybody else, in all honesty. So let's go into the second round. There's not going to be anybody in here that's like a top-level guy that's NHL ready. And we'll slot in for Checo. Like, we literally just replaced Checo. I don't know who else is left. Well, we're going to have to look into that, who we need to sign. But we honestly just replaced Checo. I don't think he's coming back. Let's see if we can get something for him. Honestly, don't even want to look at this right now. It's just going to be garbage after the first round anyway. Alright. I mean, C's and 5 years out. I mean, not terrible. C's and a B. Not terrible. Jimmy Lowe. Trevor Linden comparison. I haven't seen that. Letowski. Let's see if this guy is... Playstyle. Mr. Letowski. Len. What's your... How do you play on the ice, my friend? Playmaker. Of course you are. Well. Will not be drafting you, Len. I apologize. You have yourself a nice day, and I hope the draft goes well for you, sir. Let's interview Mr. Stefan Theodore about his play style as well. You are, in fact, a 2A defender. Readiness. 5+ years. At 19. I mean, I'm not really excited about that, Stefan. Can you give me some information on what's your weakness? What are you worst at? Is it skating or physical? Physicality. Okay. I mean, he's something. Five years out at 19. Big boy, really slow end. Any low elites that are interesting to me? MacArthur? Let's take a look at MacArthur here, actually. Damian MacArthur, he is also 19. Your playstyle, Damien? You are a two-way. I love it. ETA? A couple seasons. Okay. So 3 years. And what's your weakness? I'm going to assume it's physicality. You're skating. Okay. Okay. I mean, Damien's not a bad shout. Like in that third round? I mean, it's the second right D I'd be taking. I mean, confirmed 3 years out at 19 isn't terrible. It's better than 5, right? Okay. Okay, I think we're good. I think we've got who we're obviously going to take the defenseman. I don't. The goalie's not important. Like, we've been there before. We've done that. Let's go ahead and view these contracts here quickly and just see who is set to expire. All expiring, obviously. You want that much? How much you want for a year, my friend? Okay. I'm going to see if I just get them cheap for a year. $11.50. I mean, $11.15. He's a 92 now. Yeah, I don't want him for another 4 years. Like, he's gonna retire. Checo, I'm not gonna worry. How much do you want, Chuck or Nesterov? $10.7. For 2. Checo, Jennings. I mean, Jennings has to come back. I need that second line center. 9250 times 0.85. 7875. Curry, Harkala, Stanton, McGinn. Yeah, I don't think anybody else. And then goaltending wise, I mean, it's honestly going to probably be these two next year, and then I just find somebody like Jakomov's will get a shot, and then maybe we'll pick somebody else up. Okay. I think we're going to make those offers heading into the draft. Congratulations to Seattle. Let's take a look at these awards here quickly because I know I'll forget afterwards. LA won the President's Trophy, and Montreal went all the way to the end. Just don't even care anymore. No awards for us. There's a guy named G. Pecker. And in the AHL, ooh, Abel McCann won the Best Defenseman Award. And that'll be the only one we win this year. Alright, let's go ahead and get in this draft. All right, let's make our pick. I think we have decided, as much as I think the goaltender would be awesome, just absolutely awesome, I just don't feel like, I feel like getting this guy and replacing what we have is the better option. I feel like he's going to be better than Chucko, at least I'm hoping. He's a 79 overall medium elite. He can skate. Defensively, he's good. Offensively, needs some work. So I would rather see his defense being the better categories than anything else. So, yeah, I'm not going to hate. Not going to hate. He does have quick pick. He does have yoink, send it off the rush, and in reverse. So he's going to be a solid defenseman. Absolutely solid. Let's go ahead and sim to the next round. And I do want to see where that defenseman went, or that goaltender went. 73 high elite at 18 years old. I mean, he's going to be solid. Congratulations, Buffalo. What did he have? Sponge, tip jar, dialed in, and no timer. And then we would have gotten like somebody like Simon. I mean, Nesbitt would have been nice if we were down a little bit further. Yeah, I'm not going to hate on this. Let's go and view the draft class here quickly. Go through this next round as to who we can take a look at. No, not you. Quite a few, so I'm glad we're doing this now. I mean, if somebody is legit, then I'm not going to say no, but you got to blow me away. Alright. So, forward-wise, we are looking at quite a few. Drake Weiss out of the U.S. Central, 4 years out at 18. Kuznetsov comparison, I mean, confirmed medium 9, not terrible. Not going to take him. Ed Gamble. He is a... he might be a two-way. Gamble is somebody you take a gamble on. Josh Reza, confirmed low 6, confirmed two-way. Can't skate, though. Tiny. Peltier, probably a two-way. Not a bad player. Possible. Plus, he's only 17. Vahalati. Are you confirmed? You are not. But defensive zone play, again, I think you're not. I don't want to chance it. Desharnais, 3 years out. Raphael, pretty solid. And Todd Castles, another 3-year out, 18-year-old. Okay. So that didn't really help me any. Defensively, about 30 seconds before they make their pick. Oh my goodness. 4 years out, no. We're looking for 3 or better. 4 years out, no. 3 years out. I mean, Damien MacArthur. Like, I'm just looking at him and I'm just like, this guy might actually be the guy. But, oh, I think he's a little bit later, right? So I got to remember that. Yeah, so Damien MacArthur, just going to leave him on there. Zikov, 18 years old, confirmed two-way, pretty solid, actually. 3 years out for Yanni Askalainen. I'm going to say no on him. I think there's better players than that. Same. McLaren. Maybe Matthias Ekholm comparison, 4 years out. I'm going to say no. Ludwig Almquist, 4 years out. I'm going to say no. And I'm going to say no to you as well. So that's 2 here. So Zikov is the guy I'm looking at, 5'11". He is confirmed, but he is a low. Then my other options are in net. We've got Stock, who's 5 years out at 18, and Blue Ann, 5 years out at 18. Stock played less games, but higher quality. Forward-wise, we're looking at these four. I mean, honestly, I think we're taking a gamble on gamble. 6'1", 18 years old, 3 years out, Gem. We're going to take a gamble on Ed Gamble. He's still available to us at number 38 here. Desharnais, Kondratev, Langdon, Bankston. So Kondratev was somebody we were looking at, but weren't like sold on because obviously medium 6 we could do better. We are going to take the Ed Gamble and hope that he is not a playmaker cocksucker. Okay, anyway, moving on. Sim to pick 71. Nope, no trades, please. Nathaniel Chucko. I honestly think we know who we're going with here. It is going to be Damian MacArthur. He is confirmed 2A. I'm really excited to see what he is. He is a low elite. I mean, that makes up for all. Puck skills category is pretty solid. Shooting category, he's got quick pick, back at you, tape to tape, yoink, and send it. You'll love to see it. Also 6'4" at 19. So a ways out, but he could be good. 104, honestly, at this point, it's all just a guess. Alrighty. Alright, let's just go ahead and see what's available to us. Orlando Nevin, 17 years old, 5 years out. Possibly somebody we look at. Escalainen. No, you didn't even play last year. Mario Desjardins. No. Cameron Farrell. Gonna say no. Pusher. Lapalainen. Is this just the defensive draft? Interesting. Cook? 20 years. No, sorry, Abel. Are you able to cook? Probably can. I mean, you'd hope so, because you're never going to have a career in hockey. I'm sorry, dude. I mean, not with us, anyway. Oh, it was Owen guy. 19. No. Alright. Where does that leave us at 104? We've got one guy. Nevins, the goalie. Orlando, come on down. He is a medium elite, 48 overall. I do want to go back quickly and just see... Marty Stock. Was it Marty? Mohammed Stock was a 55 medium elite. Love to see it. I'm just trying to see if that other goalie was any good. Blue End was a medium starter, so I'm okay with that. Stefan Theodore. A different Stefan? No, this was the one. This is the one we talked to. Huh, good on the Rangers for getting him. I mean, he's not going to be great. He's 19 and he's a 55. But solid, solid, solid. So Sim to 137. We are getting whom here? One of the two, Lapalainen or Ledivari. It's going to be Lapalainen. Timo, offensive defenseman. Fantastic. 170. No, you're an offensive defenseman. Alrighty, who's available? Jalen Pusher, 19 years old, 5 years out. Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Alright, Jalen Pusher, come on down. Sniper. Seattle. No, MacArthur was good, right? So, Lapalainen, Sortini, Pusher. And Ed Gamble. Right, Pusher was? So stupid. Ugh. Well, at least we know the guy that we want isn't going to be gone, so. Of course, it's an absolutely no-brainer. Let's into our last pick. And hope that Abel Cook, he was a two-way forward, medium bottom six or something garbage. He'll never make it. But yeah, that was ridiculous. Let's go ahead and see if they signed. Danny Bradley rejects. Ray Jennings comes back. Nesterov comes back. Wow. Daniel. It's very upsetting that you wouldn't take a pay cut, my friend. How many more years these guys have left? Let's see if we can take. It'll take a little bit of a pay cut, and just take 12 and a half. I'm gonna see what I can do to keep. Obviously, we're gonna keep him. We are gonna keep him. He's not going anywhere. But you're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll qualify you if you want to come back. That's fine. Hope. McGinn can be qualified. Sergeyev can be qualified. Soderstrom doesn't want to come back, so he's going to be released. Snyder or Haskins will be qualified. All these guys. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So Snyder will basically be replacing Samsonov. Then you've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Vigier needs his entry-level deal. Simonov can go. McCormick can go. Ledwinski can go. Skyars. Malachi can come in and take an entry-level deal. Stiffy can go. Winterton can go. Quinn Mason is ours, former third-round pick. Sign Gogol just to have. So where does that leave us? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So honestly, only 3 people that we need for this roster. Defensively, we'd be looking at 1, 2. So we're going to qualify you. 3, 4, 5. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I mean, that's 12. I think Cahill is not going to join this team. There's just no point. I'm going to release him. And then we are looking at bringing Curry back. I would like to. How much is he looking for? I mean, that's way too much. Alright, looks like Curry might be on the way out. McCann, how much are you looking for to come back? I mean, that's better. See if he'll take 3. And goalie-wise, Clappy needs to be qualified. Chekimovs will get a contract, his entry level. Dag, how much do you want? Dude. If I give you a 2-way deal and I give you that much money, will you take that? He might not want that, and that's fine. I can just give him more money and just bury it. That I'm not worried about. I just don't. Chamara's not the guy. He's not the guy. Look at this. I mean, next year we're gonna have a decent season from him, but it's not gonna be good enough. I mean, he was decent in Alaska, and he's always been kind of flaky. Sorry, Damien, you're out. You're out. So I'm going to leave this one here, folks. You will see what the new team looks like and the decisions that I've made on the next episode. I do appreciate coming and hanging out with me, as always, fam. Until next time, much love. Bye-bye.